What's going on, guys? So I have decided that I'm going to start doing a vlog. This time of the year, due to deer season, deer season doesn't really go out until the 1st of January. A lot of the crops are still in the field, and it's just not our hunting time, our relic hunting time, hasn't really started yet. And so I feel bad because I'm not able to upload much more than a video a week or something like that. So I thought I would start doing a video vlog, basically. And that'll basically just showcase my life. It'll get you guys a kind of a behind the scenes sneak peek, at what goes into editing videos and my day-to-day life, and hopefully we can get to know each other a little better. You guys like what you see, I'll continue to do it on throughout the year. So first thing this morning we're going to do is I'm going to take you and show you. So this is a tobacco basket. Now, I don't know how many of you know what a tobacco basket is, and these baskets are really extremely hard to find, believe it or not, especially in this shape. There's no big tears in it, there's no rips in it, it's not missing any wood really, and I'm going to give this to my mother as a Christmas present. She's been wanting one for a while, and like I say, I've been looking for quite some time, and I found a bunch of them, but they've all been either missing ribs or stained all up or rotten or just in really bad shape, and people wanted too much money for them. Now, what we're going to do this morning is we're going to go down to Lowe's, we're going to get some vinegar and some water, we're going to spray it on the basket and disinfect it, and then I'm going to show you how I clean old wood and I preserve it, so we can give it to my mom as a Christmas present. Alright, so these are the products here that we're going to use to clean our basket with. So we've got a $2 spray bottle from Lowe's. We've got cleaning vinegar. Now you can buy this at most big box stores. I think Walmart carries it, Lowe's carries it, Home Depot carries it. It's like $2 for a half a gallon. Okay, well this is 2 quarts, so pretty much half gallon. Don't go expecting to buy this at Lowe's and throw it in your collard greens for some flavoring, because I don't think it's going to work out too good for you. We've got a blue Scotch-Brite, and we've got some Johnston paste wax. Now, if you can't find the Johnston paste wax, you can use brie wax, you can melt carnauba wax. It all does basically the same thing. And we have a hard bristle, plastic bristle brush here, and this will be used as the final step for buffing out the wax. So now that the basket is good and dry, I've got 2 cloths here. I got just a white terry cloth and I got a buffing cloth. So I'll take my white cloth and I'm just going to wipe off the basket one last time. Now we're going to take our yellow buffing cloth here and our Johnson's paste wax, and we're just going to Get a little bit on the rag here. And we're just going to start buffing it into the basket. But you can see the color variation, wax on, wax off. So we're going to do the whole basket in this wax, and we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to go on to the last and final step. Okay, so I've done about half the basket here, and as you guys can tell, you can definitely see the wood grain and the character of the basket coming out. You know, so this half being the half I did, this half being the half that I have not done, and it makes it look really good. It really brings out the color and the grain effects in this wood. So we're going to continue to go over. We're going to do the other half and get down in some of the nooks and crannies, and then we're going to let it dry and then move on to stage 3. Okay, so as you guys can see, the back of the basket is basically done. It's all been waxed out. You can see in here some of the little nooks and crannies, you know, that you can't get into. Don't worry about that so much, because you want your basket to look old. You know, you want it to look rustic and, you know, weathered. And if you get every little nook and cranny in there, it kind of defeats the purpose of it. So, you know, the majority of the basket is preserved on the back side. So now we're going to flip it over, we're going to do the inside, and last step. Okay, so the basket is pretty much dried now, and you'll notice that there's a lot of you know, big wax residue globs left on here. Don't worry so much about that, because the next step is going to take the majority of that off. So you want to go back to your hard bristle brush, and all you want to do is just want to rub it in. And all you're doing is you're just buffing that wax basically into the basket. Okay, and once you've done that and it dries, you're going to come back with your white terry cloth, and you're just going to kind of wipe over it gently, and that'll put a nice finish on the basket and make it look you know, antiqued, and it'll preserve it for future generations to enjoy. Okay, so now that we've got the basket, you know, done, I've got a little free time to go and play. So I thought we would go and do a little metal detecting, as well as go ask for a couple of permissions. Now, you know, a lot of people that are just getting into this hobby, or are transitioning from, you know, say hunting public land to private land, you know, a lot of people are wondering, you know, how to approach a landowner on how to get permission. And the next big question is, well, how do you find out who owns the property? And I know a lot of you guys already know about this app, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So this is the app that I use. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's called Onyx Hunt, or Onyx Hunt, or some Onyx, or ONX, or whatever you want to call it. But it's a great app. You download it. I think when you download it, once you sign up, you get like 12 free clicks. Basically, you click on it, it'll tell you the property, the owner's name, their address, the parcel ID number, you know, how many acres it is, yada yada yada. There is a paid version of the app. I think it's $4.99 for an entire year. It's well worth the $5. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. There's another app out there called Hunt Stand. But I don't really like Hunt Stand, because when you click on the owner's name, it just gives you their name. It doesn't give you an address. You know, it gives you an acreage, but you know, if you just get their name, I mean, it's kind of pointless. You have to go and, like, you know, look up in the white pages for their phone number or their address or what have you. The only thing I don't really like about Onyx is the fact that they don't update their database. So, you know, if I own a piece of property this year, 2019, and I sell at the end of this year, and it goes into, say, Joe Blow's name in 2020, you know, in 2021, it'll still say on Onyx that I own it when I don't own it anymore. You know, that's the only thing that I don't really like about it. And you really only run into that on, like, you know, giant tracts of land, 2, 3, 4, 500 acres. And I've only ever run into that one time. I've had this app downloaded for about 4 years now, and it's been pretty accurate. Same owners, land doesn't really go up for sale that often around here, but it does happen. So I'm just going to click on a name here and kind of show you how it works. So you click on a property, and you'll see it'll highlight it in green, and then if you scroll up, it'll give you the person's name. It gives you their address if they have one. Sometimes there's a PO box like this one. Gives you the city and state, how many acres it is, and then it gives you all of the hunting information. When deer season comes in, gun season, black powder season, bow season. If you're a hunter, it works. It'll work great for that purpose as well. So what we're going to do is I've just used it to go find 2 landowners. We're going to drive to their properties, and we're going to knock on their doors and see what they say. All right, guys, so yesterday we went out and I got Sean Sherrill to come down and do a little relic hunting with me on a new permission that I got yesterday, well, day before yesterday. Never been to it before. We did pretty good, so be sure to stick around and see that video. But when I got home last night, there was a box sitting on my front steps. And I didn't order a box, so I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was something for my wife or a Christmas present that I bought that I forgot about. But actually, it's neither. Let me show you. So, I'm going to give a shout out here to 2 people. Mark Tyminski with Kellyco and Brute Magnetics. So, Mark was able to reach out to Brute for me. They were kind enough to send me a magnet to test. I told them that, basically I have some spots that I have some large artillery shells that I'm pretty sure are in some deeper water, and I needed something big and strong that was durable that I could throw down in the water and hopefully pull up a couple of big shells. Now, as you can see, this box is sealed. I have not opened it. I don't even know what it looks like. And I thought we would do a live box reveal together. So let's open this up and see what we got. So on the outside of the box now, it does say 1,200 pounds. So I assume this is the 1,200 pound magnet. So let's open her up and see what we got. So right first out of the box, there's a big black case in there. Number one, this case is waterproof. Now, I don't know when the last time you guys bought a waterproof case was, but they're expensive. Not expensive, they're expensive. I bought one for my phone from Walmart the beginning of this past summer, and that thing was like $35 just to hold my phone. It wouldn't hold anything else. And this thing is massive. I mean, you could probably throw 20 phones in here. I don't know. So let's open it up. Let's crack it open and take a look. See, beautiful display. It's very well done. It's got nice foam padding in it. It's got a little instruction book here. It talks about using the thread locker to hold your thread onto your magnet. We'll go over that, as I'm sure you guys have seen from other people, but we're going to talk about it also. So it comes with 1 bottle of Loctite thread locker. The red is the strongest. There's a blue and a red, and the red is going to be the strongest Loctite. It comes with, I'm not sure how much rope this is. That's at least 100 foot, I'd say. Comes with a nice carabiner. It's already looped into the carabiner. It's nice nylon rope. And we've got the big old honking 1,200 pound magnet. Now, as I'm sure that you guys have probably heard from other people, don't get this thing caught between your hand and the metal because it will crush your fingers. This is not a toy. This is a super strong magnet. And it's the real deal. There's nothing else in the case that I see. So as I said before, the case alone, in my opinion, is worth $59. I mean, that's a nice hard plastic, very durable. It's got a vent on the top to let the air out of it. I mean, that case right there alone is $89.90, in my opinion. So you've got the 100 foot of rope, you've got the big old magnet, you've got the Loctite, and you've got the little instruction guide. So, not gonna test this today, but we'll test it soon. So, be sure to stick around for that video. I've got a couple other things I need to do today, so we're gonna go ahead and get those done, and see you guys tomorrow. Hey, good morning, guys. So it is Thursday morning, and I'm debating whether or not I should go digging. It's a pretty day, sun's out. It's only about 40 degrees, which isn't too bad, really. But what makes it bad is that the wind is blowing at least 25 miles an hour. So that 40 degrees in North Carolina, with the wind blowing that, is gonna feel like it's in its teens. Stepped outside a while ago and stepped right back in. But I think I'm gonna put on some long johns and some overalls and go get in the field somewhere. Maybe we'll have luck today, maybe we won't. I'm gonna go to a new permission that I have not been to yet. It's been one that's been on the books for a while. I've had permission there since early winter, so I'm pretty anxious to see if there's anything there or not. But yeah, so we'll see you guys this afternoon when we get back.